All right, the Atlanta Falcons get a trio of good news as they head into a huge matchup against the Denver Broncos. If you're new to the channel, we are Detroit Lions fans, but we have this channel dedicated to teams that just don't get the love nationally like they should. Falcons being one of those teams exactly. Just being Lions fans, and I mean, we get the love now. We're really good. But before that, it was just like no one really paid attention to us. And the Falcons are a good team too. People aren't paying attention to them. Let me know in the comments your Mount Rushmore of Atlanta Falcons players. Jamal Anderson, Michael Vick. Vic. Oh my gosh. Let me know in the comments your 4 top players. And there's a lot of good Falcons players. All right, you let me know. Okay, here we go. First things first. Let's just look at. Here's good news number 1. Okay, this is a layup. But if the playoffs were to start today, you're 3 seed, like you're 6-4, first in the NFC South. Life's good. You're fine. You're totally fine here. And you look at the other teams in the playoffs and what your matchup would be. You'd play the Vikings. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, if we're fine right here. So there's no panic. That's just let's go out. Let's keep going. Everything in front of us. I love that. The next thing is you are getting back a key player here in Lorenzo Carter. And Lorenzo Carter, outside linebacker, that could be a really good player for you if you can get back, get healthy, and you're starting to get healthy in some key spots. So Raheem Morris was optimistic about Carter's status for the game against the Denver Broncos. He said, hopefully we get him back this week. He's going to practice, see how it goes. And so love seeing that. I think if you're a fan of any team right now, there is this weird thing. The NFL season is so long that you're going to have guys that go out for a month, 2 months, call it 4 games, 8 games, and you've kind of moved on and forgotten about them. And then when they come back, it's like a big, almost free agent signing that you're like, oh yeah, we've just been playing and operating without you. So if you can get that guy back, that's good news number 2. What if you can get healthy here a little bit? Everybody's in the same boat. So it's like, all right, sweet. When we can get a player back, we'll take it and we will go from there, right? So I love that. Third thing is it feels like you've got all the talent in the world still with Bijan Robinson especially. What if you give him the ball early and often, right? that's why this is good news is because, oh yeah, we still got playmakers all over. Kirk Cousins can do his thing. We are totally fine. So Bijan Robinson, I think, is just only getting stronger and will be a really good player this second half of the season and should be no problem if you are a Falcons fan. Along with that, you're playing against a Broncos team that's been really up and down this year. And honestly, pretty good, right? They had Kansas City on the ropes. They've had some really weird games. They've been up and down. So you're playing in kind of an inconsistent team, but one that you should beat. Because if we look at the spreads around the league, it's kind of interesting. So Denver is actually favored in this game, which is kind of interesting, by 2.5 points. So Denver's a sneaky good team, but they're not like, you don't look at them and just panic, and they're not a juggernaut by any means. So I think you're all good there. Now, another thing we need to look at, and let me pull it up here, is your remaining schedule. I think it's interesting to see, and it's another hope for optimism as you head into this back half of the season. Let me pull this up. I like this one here. Okay. Being the division that you're in, you got some good news coming up. At Denver. Okay, this is going to be a challenge. See what you got. Then the Chargers. Another, okay. Minnesota. So you got 3 games here that's really going to figure some things out. And then the last 4, it's like, let's go. Vegas, New York, and Carolina especially. Then Washington. Big game, let's do it, right? It's the end of the season, let's do it. Like, this is what we're doing. This is what we play for. If we can't beat these teams, if we can't go 3-1 these last 4 games, then we don't deserve to be in anyway. So let's kind of manage things here when you look at Denver, LA, and Minnesota. And then after that, come on. So there's 7 games left. You're in the driver's seat. And so I think that loss last week was just kind of like, dang, right? I think you're just kind of sitting there as a fan of this team, like we had something here and we let one get away. It's like, yeah, it's about just finishing this out, getting the playoffs, win the division. You're trying to win the division. It doesn't matter if that means you lose 6 games, 4 games, 5 games, 8 games. You win the division, home playoff game, and it's like, let's do this. Because the reality is you're not getting that 1 seed bye. The Lions are pretty much going to lock that up, or Philadelphia, right? It's going to be hard to leapfrog all the way up there. You're like, all right, Lions, you need you to lose 4 more games. And it's like, that just doesn't seem possible. So, all right, so let's just get in and we're good. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, for your top 4 Atlanta Falcons players. Let me just, okay, hold on. As an outsider, and I'm just going to be like, all right, I got to help myself here. I'm going to Google something to help myself with my all-time Atlanta Falcons players. Oh, yeah. See, Jamal Anderson, Michael Vick, Roddy White. That's a sneaky one. Tony Gonzalez. Okay. I feel bad about that one. Should have known that one. Dion. Julio Jones. Really? That's another good one. Should have known that one. Okay. I feel good about that. I feel good about those. So if I had to say one, if I had to do, Andre Rison. Dang. What's up? So Vic, Jamal Anderson, Tony Gonzalez, Julio Jones. I don't know. I kind of like Roddy White. It felt like Roddy White meant more to the Falcons than Julio Jones. Is that crazy? I don't mean to. I just mean, I don't know. Roddy White. I don't know. Am I getting Roddy White mixed up with somebody? I feel like he was really good, but maybe I'm thinking something else here. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Hit me up. All right. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you've watched some videos by now and haven't, just hit the button. It lights up when you hit it. That just means you'll see our videos, the Atlanta Falcons videos when they come out. You'll be more likely to see them. That's basically it. So let me know your thoughts, and we'll see all of you on the next one.